Hello my dear class 10 students. In this video I am going to teach all concepts, formulae, definitions in one video for the board exams 24-25. So it is a must watch video. Please watch, like, share and subscribe. If you can't understand any concepts here, please put your doubt in the comment box. The very important definition in the chapter real numbers is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What is it? Every composite number can be expressed or factorized as a product of primes, and this factorization is unique apart from the order in which prime factors occur. Another important thing is let P be a prime number if P divides A square and then P divides A where A is a positive integer. Another important formula is HCF of A and B into LCM of A and B is equal to A into B. Here HCF is highest common factor, LCM is lowest common multiple. Another important question that appears is of the type prove that square root of 2 is an irrational number. Similarly, square root of 3, square root of 5, square root of 7, etc. We can prove that it is an irrational number. Another type of question is prove that 5 plus root 3 is an irrational number. In this chapter, the very important question is to find HCF or LCM and LCM by the method of prime factorization. What is prime factorization? You know it very well, isn't it? For example, take the prime factorization of 15. 15 is a composite number. Lowest number, prime number which divides 15 is 3. 3 5s are. Then 5 1s are. So 15 is equal to 3 into 5. Now let us take another composite number, that is 60. 2 is the lowest factor, prime factor. 2 8s are, again 2, again 2, 2. With the help of this you can take HCF and LCM. Here HCF is 1 because none other than 1, here no common factors are there. LCM is 3 into 5 into 2 to the power of 4. One of the frequently asked questions in the chapter polynomials is the degree of the polynomial. If p of x is a polynomial in x, the highest power of x in p of x is called degree of polynomial. For example, if a polynomial x to the power of 4 plus 2x to the power of 5 plus x, this is a polynomial, then the degree of the polynomial is 5. This question may asked for 1 mark or multiple choice question. There are how many types of polynomials are there? Polynomials of degrees 1, 2, 3 are called linear, quadratic and cubic polynomials respectively. What is 0 of a polynomial? A real number k is said to be a 0 of the polynomial if p of x polynomial p of x if p of k is equal to 0. There are two methods to find the 0 of a polynomial: factorization method or formula method. Graph of a polynomial. In this type, there is no solution because the solution of polynomial depends on if the graph cuts the x-axis, how many times it cuts the x-axis. Here the number of zeros is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here number of zeros is 2. So this is what? Quadratic polynomial. Here number of zeros is 1. This is linear polynomial. If it cuts x-axis 3 times, then number of zeros is 3. It is a cubic polynomial. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, it has two zeros, quadratic polynomial. Alpha and beta are the zeros. Then there is a relationship between the zeros of the polynomial and coefficients of x. Here sum of the zeros, alpha plus beta, that is equal to negative of b by a. That means coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. Product of zeros, alpha into beta, that is c by a. If alpha, beta and gamma are the zeros of the cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, then the sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma, is equal to negative of b by a. There also negative of b by a. Even the product of zeros in pairs means alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha, that is equal to c by a. Don't confuse with this. Here product of zeros, here product of zeros taken in pairs. Sum of the product of zeros taken in pairs. Product of zeros, alpha into gamma into beta, alpha into beta into gamma, that is equal to d by a. a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0 are a pair of linear equations in two variables. Then the ratio of their coefficients and nature of the graphs and the nature of the roots solution can be represented in this tabular column. This tabular column is very important since multiple choice question or one mark question may appear from this table. So please refer to this. If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2, then the graphs are parallel lines. The algebraic interpretation means it has no solution. The nature of the solution inconsistent. If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, the lines are coincidental. The algebraic interpretation is it has many solutions. The nature of the solution is dependent and consistent. If a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, the graph has intersecting lines. It has unique solutions, means only one solution it has got. The nature of the solution is consistent. A pair of linear equations in two variables can be represented and solved by graphical method. This may appear for 4 mark question. This is a compulsory question in each and every question paper. So please refer to this one. Practice this more and more. Very easy question. Algebraic method. This is also asked for 2 marks question, either substitution or elimination method. What is a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation in variable x is an equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers. A is not equal to 0. If a is equal to 0, then it reduces to linear equation. Okay, now standard form of the quadratic equation. This is a very important question. In order to solve either by factorization method or by formula method, we have to write it in standard form only. The standard form is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Very important thing is we should learn how to represent the situations mathematically. Means we are given verbal problems, we have to convert it into quadratic equation and then solve. Solution of a quadratic equation is either by factorization method or by formula method. The quadratic formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is very important formula. The nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. This is also very important question. It depends upon delta or discriminant d is equal to b square minus 4ac. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. The nature of the roots of the quadratic equation depends upon b square minus 4ac. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then the roots are real and distinct. If b square minus 4ac is lesser than 0, then the roots are imaginary. Arithmetic progressions. Some of the examples for the arithmetic progression 2, 5, 8, 11, dash dash dash. Here first term a is 2. Common difference. The difference between the two successive terms is 3 here. Another example 10, 8, 6, 4, dash dash dash. Now the general form of the arithmetic progression is a, a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, dash dash dash, where a is the first term, d is the common difference. In an arithmetic progression, if a is the first term, d is the common difference, then its nth term is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now, nth term from the end is an is equal to l minus n minus 1 into d. For example, if you are given this sequence 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. The last term is 17 here. From the end, you may ask to find fourth term. You have to get 8 here. How? 17 minus n minus 1, 3. 4 minus 1, 3. 3 into d is here once again 3 only. 5 minus 2, that is 3. 3 into 3, 9. 17 minus 9. What is it? 8. So our formula holds good here. You may also ask this type of question. If you are given the terms in the middle, for example, you may be given A8 and that means 8th term and A30, that is 30th term. You are clueless about common difference also, first term also. Then how can you find the arithmetic progression? By finding D using the formula Tp minus Tq upon P minus Q. Or you may also form two equations and then solve it. The sum of the first n terms of the AP is given by when you are given first term A and common difference D is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. When you are given the last term and you can find the sum of all terms of the AP by using the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. An is equal to Sn minus 1 is another formula frequently asked in some application questions. For example, if you are given sum of 8 terms and also sum of 7 terms, then you can find 8th term by using this formula. In the chapter triangle, 4 marks theorem appear, compulsory question. So become well versed with the theorems. Basic proportionality theorem. Statement of this is, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of the triangle to intersect other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Converse of basic proportionality theorem. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. Two triangles are similar if their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. A criterions of similarity. This is one of the most important theorem. If in two triangles corresponding angles are equal, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio or in proportion, and hence the two triangles are similar. Another theorem which is very important is S criterion of similarity. If in two triangle sides of one triangle are proportional to the sides of other triangle, then their corresponding angles are equal and hence the two triangles are similar. SAS criterion of similarity. If one angle of a triangle is equal to the one angle of other triangle, and the sides including these angles are proportional, then the two triangles are similar. The very important formula in the chapter coordinate geometry is distance formula, where D is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. The distance of the point Pxy from the origin O00 is square root of x square plus y square. Section formula means if this is a line, if a point P cuts it in some ratio m1 is to m2, then we have to use the section formula either to find the coordinate of P in some cases. In some questions we have to find the ratio. This is also an important question which appears in each and every question paper. The coordinates of the point Pxy, which divides the line segment joining the points A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 internally in the ratio m1 is to m2 are, this is the x coordinate, this is the y coordinate. m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, comma, this is the y coordinate, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. The midpoint of the line segment joining the points A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 is x1 plus x2 by 2, this is the x coordinate, y1 plus y2 by 2, this is the y coordinate. Introduction to trigonometry. The important thing, mnemonic we have to remember is SOHCAHTOA over. From this one, we can have the values of sin A, cos A and tan A. Sin A is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, cos A is adjacent by hypotenuse, tan A is equal to opposite by adjacent. Reciprocal of sin A is cosecant A. So sin A is 1 by cosecant A. Cos A is equal to 1 by secant A. Tan A is equal to 1 by cot A. Tan A is also is equal to sin A by cos A. Cot A is equal to cos A by sin A. These are the important Pythagorean identities. Cos square A plus sin square A is equal to 1. 1 plus tan square A is equal to secant square A. 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosecant square A. This is the important table that we have to remember. Sin 0 is 0, sin 30 is 1 by 2, sin 45 is 1 by root 2, sin 60 is root 3 by 2, sin 90 is 1. Cos, write it in the reverse order, that's all. Tan ratio is sin by cos. So tan 0 is 0, tan 30 is 1 by root 3, tan 45 is 1, tan 60 is root 3, tan 90 is not defined. Cosecant ratio. It is the reciprocal ratio of sin. So cosecant 0 is not defined. Cosecant 30 is 2. Cosecant 45 is root 2. Cosecant 60 is 2 by root 3. Cosecant 90 is 1. Secant, which is the reciprocal ratio of cos. Secant 0 is 1. Secant 30 is 2 by root 3. Secant 45 is root 2. Secant 60 is 2. Secant 90 is not defined. Cot ratio, which is the reciprocal of tan ratio. Cot 0 is not defined. Cot 30 is root 3. Cot 45 is 1. Cot 60 is 1 by root 3. Cot 90 is 0. If you can't remember these things, you can use hand tricks. For sin ratio, we have to count the number of fingers below it. For example, sin 30. Number of fingers below is 1. So root 1 by 2. That is half. Yeah, it is correct. Sin 60. Number of fingers below is 1, 2, 3. Root 3 by 2. Correct. Cos. For cos ratios, you have to count the number of fingers above the thing. So cot 0 is, there are 4 fingers above it. Root 4 by 2, that is equal to 1. Yeah, correct. Cot 60. Number of fingers above it is 1, 1 by 2. Yeah, correct. By using this, you can have your reciprocal ratios such as cosecant and secant ratios. For tan ratios, you have to count the number of fingers above root of number of fingers above divided by root of number of fingers below divided by root of number of fingers above. For example, tan 30. How many fingers are above? First we have to count the number of fingers below. 1. Root 1 by root 3. Number of fingers above. So 1 by root 3. Tan 60. Number of fingers below root 3. Above 1 root 1. So tan 60 is equal to 1. Some applications of trigonometry. By using this you can measure heights and distances. For example, this is the building. Here you have to understand some technical words. If you understand these words, you can easily solve the problems. Now, this he is the observer. This is the horizontal line. He observes the top of the building. This is line of sight. What is line of sight? Is the line drawn from the eye of the observer to the point in the object viewed by the observer. Here he observes the top of the building. Next thing is angle of elevation. This angle. Angle of elevation of an object viewed is the angle formed by the line of sight with the horizontal line when it is above the horizontal level. That is the case when we raised our head to look at the object. So now we have to complete the triangle. This is anyhow 90 degree. So if we are given the distance between the observer and the object, say some 30 meter for example, angle of elevation is 30 degree. Now you can measure the height of the building without taking our scale etc. How? We can use here tan ratio. Tan 30 is equal to opposite side, we don't know, by adjacent side. Adjacent side is 30 meter. Or we can also find the distance between the observer and the building if we know this height. If we know this one, you can use what? Sine ratio. Now the observer is on the top of the building. This is the horizontal line now. He observes a car on the ground. Then this is the line of sight. Then this is the angle of depression. What is the angle of depression? It is the angle formed by the line of sight with the horizontal. When it is below the horizontal level, that is the case when we lower our head to look at the object. If we join these two lines, so this angle will be equal to this angle because this line and this line are parallel to each other. Alternate angles are equal. If we are given any one of the height or distance or line of sight, it may be rope, etc., ladder, etc. We can find the other two by using trigonometric ratios. Circles. In the chapter circles, tangent is an important term. What is tangent? A tangent to a circle is a line that intersects the circle at only one point. There is only one tangent at the point of a circle. The tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. This is one of the most important theorem may appear for the exam. So, have a look into it. Another theorem, the lengths of the tangents drawn from the external point to a circle are equal. Areas related to circles. Area of a sector. theta by 360 into pi r square. Area of the quadrant means here theta is 90 degree. 1 by 4 pi r square. Length of the arc of a sector is theta by 360 into 2 pi r. Surface areas and volumes. Third surface area of cylinder 2 pi rh. This is the radius, this is the height. TSA of cylinder 2 pi r into r plus h. Volume of the cylinder pi r square h. Now let us have a look into cone. Here slant height, height and radius are given. Third surface area of the cone is pi rl. If we are not given L, given only h and r, L is equal to r square plus h square. TSA of cone pi r into r plus L. Volume of the cone 1 by 3 pi r square h. Cube. Here all dimensions length, breadth, height are same. So CSA of cube is 4a square. TSA of cube is 6a square. Volume of the cube is a cube. Now cuboid. Here this is height, this is breadth, this is length. CSA of cuboid is 2h into L plus b. TSA of cuboid is 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. Volume of the cuboid, length into breadth into height. This figure is sphere, this figure is hemisphere. CSA of both CSA and TSA of sphere are same. But in the case of hemisphere, they are different. CSA of sphere is 4 pi r square. CSA of hemisphere, which cover only this area, it is 2 pi r square. TSA of sphere is 4 pi r square. As I have already said, both measures are same for this one. Here 3 pi r square. Here this includes this surface also. Area of the circle. Volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of the hemisphere is 2 by 3 pi r cube. Now let us list out all the formulae in the lesson statistics. Mean by direct method. X dash, that is mean, is equal to summation of fi xi upon summation of fi. Mean by assumed mean method. X dash is equal to x bar is equal to a plus summation of fi di upon summation of fi. Mean by step deviation method. Mean is equal to a plus summation of fi uy upon summation of fi into h. What is mode? Formula for mode is L plus f1 minus f0 upon 2f1 minus f0 minus f2. Formula for median is L plus n by 2 minus cumulative frequency upon frequency into h. Probability. Sum of probabilities of all elementary events of an experiment is 1. The probability of an event which is impossible to occur is 0. Such an event is called impossible event. The probability of an event which is sure or certain is to occur is 1. Such an event is called sure event or a certain event. P of A is equal to n of A upon n of S. I hope you have understood all the concepts, definitions, and formulae. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.